Street Fighter 6. Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Are they going to go with their main character?
All right, let's get it.
All right, I'm ready.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. Box him with a target combo. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Player kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 2 will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Fires off in overdrive. Goes for the drive rush there. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Combo with the target combo. Springs forward with the drive rush. Time's the only thing moving here. Heading into the end it gets. Both fighters have claimed a round each. Who will get to match point first? Checking their opponent. What'll happen this round? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Had the radar up and running. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Jumps? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Both fighters planning something? Are we going to see both fighters use their drive moves here? Opt for the critical art! A clean KO! Nice meter awareness. KO! What? Player 2 is in the groove and almost there. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Decides to buff up while they can. Medium kick, scrapping it out up close. A quick breather. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding on in there. No hype man needed. This is the final round.
Final round. Fight.
Jumps. Takes the opponent out of the air. Brings the impaler. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Oh, here we go. Fights back with authority. Barely blocks the jump in. Jump! Ah, genius read with that throw escape. Okay, sees the overhead coming. Only 50% life left. What's next? Player 1 is in a very good spot. Risky play, but it pays off. Close range projectile. They are not getting close. I called it! I called it! Too slow. The super hit is gonna be enough to kill. Does not leave any anything a chance with that super finish. Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. But brings the Impaler. Jumps in. Springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player one with the life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They break things off to take a quick breather. Shoots off a fireball up close. Trying to read each other here? Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Gets the jump in. KO. Player one will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Neither of them willing to back off. Player one chases them down. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Player one has the meter lead. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Going in? Wrong critical! What's gonna happen? There's the impact! The KO! Still lots of time left in this match. You could say that the real fight is about to start. Sticks the jump in. Blocks the low heavy. The throw misses. Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player two has the meter lead. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Both fight springs forward with the drive rush. In there! Player one is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on? Sandblast! Who's going to start things off? Perfect input, not letting up. Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Player drive rush to keep it going. Impaler incoming. Brushes that off and keeps going. Roughing up the body. Uses the gauge for a super art. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
You've gotta be mine. Drop some hard. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Too slow. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Nice block on the overcut. Neither of them willing to back off. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? The jump in is denied. All right, what's coming up next? Stops the attack by using a drive parry. Shoots off a fireball up close. Knockdown. They break things off to take a quick breather. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. The pressure is so intense here. Doing some quick planning? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Gets the jump in. KO. Player 2 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win. Got their eye on the air. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Who's it gonna be? Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fire. Drive rush to keep it going. Taking stock. Hits him with a stop and bop. Impaler. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? No life left. KO. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? There's a pretty clear disparity between their super art gauges that they'll need to keep track of. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Drive rush to keep it going. Neither of them brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? A clean KO. Nice meter awareness. In there. Player 1 is in the groove and almost there. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Both fighters rising uppercut. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Long-range fireballs to break the silence. Going in? Impaler incoming. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 took no time.
Fighting ground. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters.
All right.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
This is fight. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What are they thinking here? That overhead was a bit obvious. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Knockdown. Checks them with the projectile. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. All right, a super art. Player 2 can't use any more drive with experiencing burnout. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. KO. Player 2 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win. They block the overhead, and the throw hits. Now the fun begins. Lots of aggression from both sides. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 has the super meter lead and may want to try to press the attack. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Box him with a target combo. Knockdown. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown and a super art. Up for KO. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets a chance at looking to cook them up, weaving that super art into the combo. Spends the whole meter to try and score some ridiculous damage.
What's wrong? Get up!
How's this round going to develop? The jump in is denied, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Experiencing burnout. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Fires off and KO. Player 2 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on? Everything brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan is wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Sets up KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Still slugging it out here. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Combo with the target combo. Oh, easy tech. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win. Gets the jump in. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right, rising uppercut. With the life gap opening up, opt for the critical art. Just goes for it at this range. You can tell they paid very close attention to the opponent's life gauge before letting that super loose. Player 1 is winning with the greatest of ease.
Round 3. Fight!
Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Risky up close rising uppercut. Shows a medium kick. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. Both fighters planning something? Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Player 2 will look to apply drives and back misses. Knockdown and the overhead denied. Big hit comes off the tank and scores the win. I smell a comeback in the works.
Round 4. Fight!
Overdrive Hadouken. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Still scratching for springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the throw. They just, lands a rising uppercut. Knockdown and willing to risk it for the overdrive. Opt for the critical art. Still alive? Still alive? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. A daring impact to wrap up the round. This match ain't over yet. Jump in. Brings the impaler. Risky play, but it pays off. Ooh, Rising uppercut. Medium kick into. Here comes the corner pressure. Player one needs all in with the rush. Only the best betting it all on the drive rush. Cross super hard incoming. What are they gonna do? Forward rush. Things are looking. What a finish! Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looks to drop them to earth. Smart play with the throw. Neither of them willing to back off. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Trips him up. That drive impact doesn't get through. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Decides to with a super art connect. KO! Player one picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here. What are both fighters plotting? Did well to get the buff in there. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player two will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Big counter. Flash number. Player one holding to come from the brink like that. What a comeback. Player one is feeling it. Match point. Prompts up. Who's going to start things off? Drive reversal. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player one is experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? They must have a game plan here with a critical. The corner throw ends it. I smell a comeback in the works. A brave forward jump there to start. Dashes the smart play to stop the opponent there. Impaler incoming. Brings forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Ooh, there's a side flip. This could be big. Risky up-close scrap still go. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player anti-air in the clutch. What's next? Yo, critical art now. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
What stage will they choose?
Training room.
We're at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
All right.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all taking a minute.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Anticipates the overhead. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Gets the counter in. Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Combo with the target combo. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. All right, what? KO. Player one will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their opponent. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Throws him. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Can't tech the throw. Player two chases them down. Grabs them, takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Springs forward with the drive rush. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. In there! It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear? Long, low attack hits. Okay, they trade hits. Player one has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both fighters having and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Player two is in a tight spot right now. Can't tech the throw. Life lead opens up. Goes for the super art. Too slow. You can tell they paid very close attention to the opponent's life gauge before letting that super loose. Player one is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Let's see how they apply their hits them with a stop and block. Goes forward with a gut punch. What'll happen here? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Impaler incoming. Drive rush to keep it going. Brings the Impaler. Can they create an opportunity? Drive rush. Like more fuel to the fire. Put them up. Both sides betting it all on the drive rush. Raw super hard incoming. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Where you going?
The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. And they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Taking stock. Projectile to try and change the situation. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The nuke springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown. Experiencing burnout. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Sneaks in the throw. Player two will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag. Decides to buff up while they can. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Spends the gauge on the beats it up with a combo into super. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Neither of them willing to back off here. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. KO! Takes one back. Both sides bringing it now. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Saw that low heavy coming. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Jump in finds the mark. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Are we gonna see a drive rush to keep it going? Where you go? Swings forward with the drive rush. Player 1 can't in there. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight!
No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Goes to the overdrive. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Their spacing is so on point line. Springs forward with a drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Both fighters planning something? Their life drive rush to keep it going. Keeps them out! Gotta be careful, not drive rush! Burnout activates! Cuts off the tank and scores the win! No hype man needed. This is the final round. Goes for the jump in to start. That combo just deposes him. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Ooh, what a smart blow. Jump! This is the slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Throws him. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Oh, here we go. Fights back with authority. Yo, raw super hero. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Overdrive Hadouken. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. The throw connects for counter hit damage. That throw hits for a punish counter. They can't take out of it. Neither of them willing to back off here. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Back throw for the side switch. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. They just won't stop switching sides. Opts to spend the super meter here. Oh, it looks like this will be enough damage for the kill. KO!
You're kidding me!
Player 2 straight up put their opponent on a post. Jumps in. Are we going to get out of that jam with a perfect parry? Dashes forward. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage, brushes that off and keeps going. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. They trade hits. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Nice counter. What now? Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one, move in there. I smell a comeback in the works.
Round 4. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Impaler incoming. Player one has the life advantage. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Gotta be careful not to springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Player one brushes that off and keeps going. Roughing up the body. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player two just goes for it at this range. Yo, are they actually dead? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! No hype man needed. This is the final round.
Fight! Round! Fight!
Starts think that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Poses them, taking chunks out of each other here. Player one shrugs that off. Changes the pace with the fire. Brings the impaler. The overhead denied. This may turn into a big chance. Just frame. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Both sides getting ready. What are they gonna do? Drive rush. Player two can't let this simmer. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Come on, kid. Why would you use the super? A jump? The next touch may decide this round. It brings the impaler. They are done. Player one has got